I'm not gonna do that. I ain't gonna do that song. I love me some Kendrick, as y'all should know from my Get to Know Me video. But yeah, I miss you guys.
Take off the foo-foo, take off the cloud chase, take off the Wi-Fi, take off the uniform, take off the car loan, take off the flex and the white loss, take off the...
Before I come on here pretending, I just got one thing to say. I'm sorry. Exactly. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but a lot has transpired in my life, and you know, I'm just trying to get the hang of it, you know. And today's video, first of all, where's my manners? Welcome back, Halos. I missed you guys so much. And welcome to the newcomers. If you're new, please join the fam. It don't take much to get a little halo in your head, you know what I'm saying? I love each and every one of you guys. I'm thankful for the ones who've been patient with me, waiting for a new video to drop. Today's video is gonna be a college video. Why not be helpful? As a recent grad from Towson University, I wanted to make sure that I made something that would be useful to those who are going to college, those who are going back to grad school, and those who want to just even think about the concept of going to college. So stay tuned. Before we get into this video, I want to say a huge shout out to Miss Danielle. You know who you are. She hit me up on Instagram, and I wasn't even going to do this video for a little minute, but she had inspired me. She dropped a few gems and questions in my DMs, and I'm so grateful to you. I've known her all the way back. We was at Howard University Upward Bound program together. So yes, girl, thank you. All right, enough of the rambling. Today's video, I'm basically going to talk to you about my experience in college as a first gen, the things that I experienced, the struggles, relationships, advice, classes, whatever you may need to know. By the way, I am a business administration major. Well, I have a bachelor's in business administration. Yeah,
oh, okay.
Together. And I had a concentration in entrepreneurship. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's hop into it. And please be mindful, I will be looking at my journal of questions or topics I need to be bringing up in this video. So yeah. And let me say this, like, all seriousness, it does not matter how long it takes you to finish school, as long as you finish it for you. And that's the main important thing. It's for you. And even if you don't finish school, if you realize it's not for you, I'd rather you know that than to waste your time or to fail the whole way through. So hey, look at me. I didn't graduate on time. It took me an extra 2 semesters. I took a summer semester and a winter semester, and I came out December 2023. I got the video right here. It was my birthday. I was happy about that. But my first topic I wanted to bring up is just going to college as a first gen. So me in school as a first gen, I was very nervous. I'm not gonna lie. Just the thought of college was kind of scary to me, even though I had Upward Bound. And before I jump into that question, Upward Bound is basically a program that is offered by universities to get you college ready. So you go to the Saturday schools, and then you have a summer program. The summer is optional, I believe, but they get you college ready. You go there, you do your homework. They got tutors for you. And I believe sophomore, junior year, the whole time you're there, they're preparing you. So we go on college tours. I don't know if they still do it now, but we used to do SATs and ACTs, so they would help you with that. Any struggles you may have, they'll help you. When it came to like applying for scholarships or any state money, they'll help you. I know they helped me personally getting a scholarship that I never even heard of. And also they help you with applying to colleges and showing you how to do that. They even offer you mentors. So mentors that you could personally reach out to when you're struggling. That could be personal, academically, anything that you may need. So yeah, check it out. If your state offers Upward Bound at any of the universities locally, I know in the DMV, what schools I know offer it will be Howard University, the one I went to, and University of Maryland, I believe it's College Park. So yeah, definitely check in your area if you have Upward Bound, because it's a really good program for you getting into college. So I didn't get into my dream school, sorry Towson, but I wanted to go to a school out of state. But with out of state came with out of state tuition, and unfortunately I did not have the funds to meet that. And so what I did was look at in-state schools, and how I came across my first school was not Towson. I went to University of Maryland Eastern Shore, the Hawks, and I wanted to go to HBCU, and that was my main goal. And it was just like, okay, well, I can't go to an out-of-state school. Well, I wanted to be out-of-state HBCU, so I just looked at in-state HBCUs, and you know, there's Morgan, there's Bowie, Maryland Eastern Shore. No disrespect, I know it's a lot more in the DMV area. Those are just like the top 3 that came across my head as far as like, okay, that's where I might have to go. And so I'm like, you know, Maryland Eastern Shore, where I used to live at, was like, it was a good height. It was over the Bay Bridge, and it took, when there was traffic, maybe almost 3 hours. So I was like, close enough, you know, not out of state, but it's far. So I applied there. It was easy, and I had it because I had good grades. And what I did was, first of all, I've never even toured the school, so let's get that straight.
What?
Right? I didn't tour the school, and I just took a leap of faith. It was crunch time. It was August when I found out I was going to Maryland Eastern Shore. The time that you're supposed to be packing up for the school you know you're going to. So let's start for there. And when I went there, I'll never forget the day. I was in the car with my mom's sister and my mom's friend, and it was emotional. And you know, it was almost like it's so real. Like, am I really about to get dropped off? Like, I used to be at Howard for like summers, and we'd be there for like 6 weeks or so like that, but this was different. You are going to be here for a minute. So, you know, it was emotional. I remember my mom was crying as soon as we pulled up to the University of Maryland sign. I was like, oh my God, Mom, stop. And I'll never forget, she dropped me off. I was tearing up, of course. She helped me unpack. I was just like, wow, like, I'm still going to go home. And you know, crazy part is, homesick is real, because I've seen people personally go back home that same week because they couldn't do it. And I genuinely feel for those people, because I feel like had I did that, I would not be able to experience the things I experienced and be here to tell you about my experience today. Enough rambling. Long story short, I was emotional. I took a nap that day, and then I woke up and I was like, where am I? And I couldn't believe, like, dang, like, this is for real. That's when I knew, like, it was official, when I woke up from my nap that same day I was dropped off. So enough of that. I got into Eastern Shore, and this was right before COVID. So I started Eastern Shore 2019 of August, and basically I liked it. My freshman year, first semester, fall semester, I did really good. I had like all A's. The only class I did bad in was math, and that was math 109, and because that was like college algebra. And so, word of advice, get you a tutor. Do not struggle like I did, because I got through like an inch, but thanks to extra credit, I got a B. All in all, to say, my first year was pretty good, and financially I was good. I did stay on campus, so the room and board added a little bit more into my fees that I owed. But I had got a delegate scholarship, and you can find that on MD Caps. We'll put the website right here. Okay, so I'm looking at my iPad to make sure I get it right. So I did get the delegate scholarship, and I got the educational assistance grant, I believe. And they have a whole bunch on their website. Just check it out. It's mhec.maryland.gov. And they also have like a senatorial scholarship. They have different grants. They have a grant just for going to school part-time. So if you're not doing, because you know you have to do 30 credits every year. So, and so if you're only doing about 15, so that means versus somebody who's doing 5 classes, you might only have time to do 2. They have a grant for you. They have a grant for people that's going to the education field. They have a grant for people that got their associate's degree and went to community college and then transferring to university. And they also have graduate scholarship programs. So definitely check them out if you're in Maryland area. Okay, well, I realized this is probably just gonna be a 2-part video because what I wanted to talk about is kind of clashing with something else, and I don't want to get this video off track. So this video right here you're watching, I'm just going to be answering questions and topics and concerns you may have about college. So we're going to answer Miss Danielle's questions first. The first question you had was, what was life like as a first gen in college? Life in college as a first gen was nothing but pressure. I'm not even gonna lie to you. You know, my dad went to trucking school, my mom went to cosmetology school, my sister, you know, she 4.0 student all through high school, her whole school career, and it was nothing but like, dang, like how can I live up to that, you know what I'm saying? But I did it. Next question, struggles I had personally and academically. Okay, so if we talk about personally, let's talk about relationships. I was in a relationship my freshman year. Do I recommend it? Y'all want the truth or y'all want the cute answer? Because the cute answer would be like, oh yeah, go to school with your boyfriend and y'all go to class together. He holds your books and y'all go to the events together. Y'all go to parties, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's all cool until you realize that college is a whole nother world. And this is the first time a lot of these teenagers have been outside, well, adults, because they may be 18, have been outside of their parents' house. So, 2 words, buck wild. And it's scary because you'll be thinking like, hey, this is the one, or this is my first relationship, and this is gonna be it, da 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 da. And you realize that
I don't know who this man is. I mean, he could be walking down the street, I wouldn't know a thing.
girl, you should have just, I'm not gonna say that everybody don't have that story. Don't. My story is I had a boyfriend and the guy preferred to be single, was doing single things while he's in a relationship. And I was just like, why you ain't just tell me that? And you ain't had to waste my time like that. You even had to ask me, be your girl, you know what I'm saying? But my relationship was very learning lesson than it was a disappointment, because I learned so much of what I will and will not accept in life anymore. Learning to utilize my time more wisely. And hey, we
win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day.
Yes. It's just, hey, it is what it is. I mean, I don't hate that person. I'm not going to say this person's name because I'm not on that. This is not the channel for that. I would just say that the relationship thing did not work for me in college personally. Do I recommend it? I cannot say, because people might have somebody they took from high school and they like, you know, we in this to the end. Hey, I'm praying for you, because hey, love in this generation is so interesting. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Okay, struggles academically, I would say would be failing for the first time. Like, all jokes aside, I failed 3 times in college. When I tell you, I was like, me? The girl who was on honor roll every year in grade school, and I failed? Like, when I tell you, I fell and I felt like I was going to fall off the face of the earth. When I fell, I was like, mommy, like I was trembling of how to call her and tell her like, I have to retake this class. And when I tell you, I thank God for my mom tremendously, because she has been like, oh my God, I had to get myself together. She has been nothing but the best support system I can ever ask for. If there was a room full of 100 people and it was just her, those 100 people would be invisible to me, because that was like how I was when I was playing basketball. It was like she was the biggest support that I ever had, the most motivational person, the most understanding person, the most helpful the most realistic person I can ever have in my life. Not even my friends could compare to the support that I had from this woman. And mommy, you're watching this, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. That degree is yours, it's not mine. And I could not have finished it without you. That's all I gotta say. Okay, back to our regularly scheduled program. Struggles academically, like I was saying, it was times where I was scared to call my mom and tell her that I failed, but she was so understanding, like,
How did you know?
girl, like, you know what you're doing? You a first gen, you in school, that is not easy. Like, it is okay. If you need to retake it, just do it. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. Like, I'm proud of you. I am proud of you. Every time she said that, it's just like, I stay up an extra hour. I gotta go get a tutor. I was just like, you know, and that's, I'm not letting her down. And then I also had to look at the mirror and say, I'm not letting myself down. Everything that I went through was for a reason, and it humbled me, because I just thought, oh, I could just get through college like I did in high school. No.
Try again, motherfucker.
When I struggle, I have to be honest with myself. And you don't understand it how the professor is telling you. So you need somebody who is your peer to teach you how you would understand. And so, word of advice to everyone, please try tutoring if you are not sure of what you're learning, because college is fast paced. To all my newcomers or new recent high school graduates, college is different. When you in high school, it's like, oh, I'm in history, we learn about World War II this week, and then we take a test, and so we learn about it for about 3 weeks, and then the end of the month we gonna learn about presidential debates and all this other stuff. College is like, yeah, maybe 2 classes. If you get 2 classes, they teach you the same thing, you're blessed. But I will say for sure, like, math, you're learning a different chapter like every other class. And it's fast. You gotta keep up. So do not wait until, oh, I'm about to take my first test and I don't understand. Do not wait until you get your test results back and you know you wasn't comprehending half of that stuff on there and be like, oh, I need help. Get it right away. When you realize, okay, I tried studying by myself. I've tried looking at YouTube or whatever. Try YouTube. I tried talking to my professor. My professor don't really know how to teach me right. Go to tutoring. And if push come to shove, drop that class like a bad habit. Drop that class. And an add drop period is basically when you have the chance to change your classes. So if you like a class, you can, you know, add it. If you're on a wait list, you can see if somebody dropped out of it and then add it to your schedule. If you don't like a class, go ahead and drop that sucker off your schedule, and you won't be charged for it. You won't have a withdrawal on your transcript or anything. You have time. It's a small window, but use it wisely. So if you know this professor is somebody who like, yeah, no extra credit, you gotta come in time. If you don't come on time, you're gonna get absent. Drop him, drop her. And if you realize it's somebody you've been waiting on, hold on. Like, I would say no more than 2 days to see if somebody dropped it and see if you can squeeze in that seat. You know what I'm saying? So yes, I failed 3 classes. All of them were math. How's way? Because I used to love math until I went to college, and it definitely sat me down. I had to retake calculus, finance, and Excel. And we're, you know, oh my soul, I got my Excel certification because I stuck with it. But yes, 3 classes, y'all. 3. So look at me. And you can do it. It don't matter if you fail 5 classes. It don't matter if you fail 1. As long as you do what you gotta do to get out of that class, that's what matters. And they said C's get degrees, but hey, you go about it how you want to go about it. My next topic would be about the plus minus grade scale. So I'm not gonna lie, I never knew that was a thing. And I knew that when I went from Eastern Shore, who was just like A is a A, B is a B, C is a C, so forth and so forth. I went to Towson and Miss Tiger was like, yeah, we got pluses and minuses over here. And plus and minus is basically when you don't just get an A, you just don't get a B, you just don't get a C. They have a A plus, A minus, B, B minus, B plus, C, so forth. And those have an impact on your GPA. Yes, nobody told me that, and I probably would have chosen another school. But yes, I think the A plus was the highest. And you know what? Let me look it up for you guys. Okay, so the grading scale that I'm looking at for a plus minus is showing like A plus, maybe 4.3, 4.0 to 4.3. A regular A is just like a 4.0. A minus, now you're looking at a 3.7. You see what I'm saying? So as far as you just get an A, no, you should be trying to get an A plus when you're in a plus minus grading school. A B plus is like a 3.3. A B is a 3.0. B minus 2.7. Is this right? Oh, it is. 2.7 says C plus is a 2.3. A C is 2.0. C minus 1.7, and so forth and so forth. So yes, it's kind of scary. If you're somebody who's big on GPA and making sure that you get the grade that you got reflecting on your GPA, do not go to a school that has plus minus scale. I'm telling you now, don't do it. Don't do it, because you're going to have to work 10 times harder than you do a regular school. Like, I was getting irritated, my friends was getting, oh, I got a 4.0, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, dang, I just got an A minus, and they just dropped my GPA a little bit. It's annoying, because you would think an A is good, but they tell you which type of A is good. Oh, transferring schools. That's good. That's good. Like I said, I went to Eastern Shore, HBCU, PWI. How did that happen? Okay, so I was at Eastern Shore first year, went through it all, relationship, friends, came and go, good food, good parties, good grades, cool, everything was all pieces, creams, and applesauce, yeah, all that. So how it all happened was because of Miss Girl, COVID-19. And when I had to do homeschool, and I was online for the first time, I was like, oh no, like, this what I'm paying for? So that experience alone was just very like, So I'm like, let me just get a fresh start. You know what I'm saying? Like, Eastern Shore is just not sticking to me. I went there and it was like, yeah, we ain't got no football team, the gym. It's a very small school. So y'all like small schools, check them out. If you want HBCU in Maryland, check them out. But if you want something that's big, you want something that's more modernized, next. It was a wake-up call. COVID was a wake-up call for me, and I realized I wanted more for myself. I wanted to have the school that looked better on the resume. Yeah. I just wanted something more. I wanted something different. I was tired of it. And I was like, what's another school I can find in Maryland? I was looking at Stevenson. I was looking at Bowie. I was looking at Morgan, I think. I was looking at Frostburg. I was looking at University of Maryland, College Park. It was different schools I was looking at, and I'm just like, what am I going to do? Like, I had to know, because this was spring semester when COVID had hit, spring of 2020, and they kicked us out. It was like, nah, y'all can't stay here, blah, blah, blah. I was like, dang, I gotta go. So Towson just came across my mind. I was like, okay, I could dig me in the yellow. I think I look cute in the yellow. And so I just did it. I applied, sent over my stuff, and I was just like, I called the enrollment services, and then I was like, is it possible for me to transfer? Boom, I got my 30 credits. I'm ready to go. And then before I did that, I had to make sure all of my credits were transferred. Now, I will say like 2 or 3 credits, which is like a class worth, did not transfer because the curriculum equivalency was not the same, and so I had to take that L. So definitely do your research to make sure that if you're transferring schools for any reason, the school you're going to receives those credits. If you want full credit, making sure that you do your research on this school curriculum being equal to the same school that you're transferring to. Okay, boom. So I went to Towson. I got a good, your first year when you go to any school, they should be giving you a nice amount of money, just because it's almost like a welcome gift. So it was nice. I definitely a whole nother experience, but it was well worth it. You knowing yourself, if a school is too hard and you've done everything you can, maybe looking at somewhere else would be easier. If you're homesick, maybe coming closer would be easier. Whatever the issue may be, freshman year is like the best time to make that decision because you really don't have nothing to lose in a way. And I will be making a video on HBCU versus PWI if you guys would like that. Leave the comments down below if you would like that. Okay, next thing is the professors. The professors, I'm just going to talk to you all about my experience at Towson because I was there for 3 years. So the professors at Towson is definitely more challenging than what I was used to because they are very, when it's due, it's due. I've been doing this for 20 years and it's kind of like, if you don't get it, you don't get it, like the Sunday's newspaper, you know what I'm saying? So be mindful, but you do have some professors in there that's like very like so nice, want to work with you, extra credit, making sure you're okay. Like I had a professor who even was just like, first day of class, I know college is expensive. I used to be in college myself. If somebody need me to pay for their book, just sign up at the class. And I was like, me. So you definitely have some nice professors at Towson. It's a half. Definitely use ratemyprofessor.com. I didn't know about that till like my junior year. Check out Rate My Professor and you will see what other students say about this professor. If it's 20 reviews and 18 of them are saying this class is hard run, don't add it to your schedule. And if it's possible, see if you can find a substitute class. If it's possible, especially when it comes to electives. Next topic, roommates. I was laughing because those who know, and I'm not going to drag my roommates. I will say to each his own. If you like alone time, you might have to get you a quick summer job and pay that extra money so you can get that room for yourself. Get that 1 bedroom, get that single room. Or if you can, the next best thing would be like your own room in an apartment. But to be in the same room, whoo, child, I would never do it again. That's all I'm saying. Having a grown person in the same room with me is not the same because me and my sister did that when we was young. I had to share a room with her. Okay, cool. I had my own room since I was like 15, I think it was 15, but that's long enough. 15 to 18. So I've had the experience of having my own room, be on my phone how long I want, watch TV how long I want, do whatever I want. So when you have another human being that's not family in your room, whether that's your friend, be careful with friends too, because you may not want them to be your friend after being their roommate. So roommate could be very good or it can go very bad. I will say, if you are a roommate, please give your roommate space. Give your roommate some space because we are already overwhelmed with a lot of stuff. We got parties, we got new friends, we might have relationships, we have classes, we have tests, we have midterms, we have financial issues, we have family back at home. Some of us, I can't eat, I'm broke. So just let your roommate, especially as a female, that time of month too, just give them some space and it will make all the world a difference. If you got another friend's room you can crash at, chef's kiss, because I had roommates that did that and I was like, you want to sleep in your friend's house? Okay. I'm so happy. So definitely give your roommate some space because it's been times I was like, mommy, I can't do it. Y'all, it was so bad. Like I had bought a room divider, that little curtain, and I put it in front of my bed because it was just so bad. It was so bad. Like, we're not gonna get into the demographics, but I was like, Juicy, can't do it. I was just like, Yeah, I had to do what's best for me in that situation, because roommates, coming from somebody who used to live in their room by themselves, it was very like adjusting and testing. Internships definitely don't wait. Like me, don't wait till your senior year trying to look at stuff. Start freshman year. And if they don't want you to be a freshman, nag them until you are eligible to be an intern for that company that you want to work with. And definitely recommendations, get those early. Get on your professor's good side and get on your advisor's good side, because you want to make sure you have those out the way. A lot of these internships are looking for recommendations for you to be qualified to work for them, so get those out the way. Also with internships, you want to make sure that you utilize your student center. I don't know what different universities call. I know East Shore called a student center, and the Towson, I believe, is like the academic and career center, something like that. So definitely utilize the people on your campus, because you may not know how to go about it, and they do, and they might even give you like, hey, I got a list of interns that you can apply to right now. Like, so internships, don't wait till the last minute, because you may have a job guaranteed when you come out of college. And for internships, the sky's the limit. They know you don't know nothing. They know you may not have work experience, so don't be afraid to apply to wherever. Unsubsidized loan is when you're getting charged interest right off the bat. So it's basically not free money. It may be easier to get, but unsubsidized loan is basically when you get a loan that it gets interest on it right away. So as soon as the school release the funds to you, it's interest on it right there. Direct subsidized loans, what I got, is when you don't get any interest. You don't have any interest until you're finished school, or after that 6-month grace period after you graduated from school. The other difference between the two is subsidized is based on your financial needs. So if they see that financially you may need more assistance, they'll give it to you. Also, it's kind of more capped compared to unsubsidized. Unsubsidized, you can probably get maybe a couple $1,000s more. But then again, unsubsidized is more flexible for you, but it's like you're paying for it more in a way. And subsidized is only available to undergrads. So if you plan on getting a loan for grad school, once you're finished, be mindful that you're going to grad school and you want to use a loan, or you're in undergrad and you want to go to grad school and want to use a loan, you can only use unsubsidized loans for grad school. On campus versus off campus living. On campus was lit. I liked it. I'm not gonna lie. From both schools, Eastern Shore was so cool. Like, my first time having my own schedule, come in my room whatever time I wanted to. It was like, I'm grown. But it was fun. Different. I definitely miss my mother's cooking every day. It taught me to be very responsible living on campus, waking up on time, making sure I eat, what to eat. I don't know. It's different when you have a roommate. So like, being mindful, like when to get in the shower, when to use the bathroom, making sure that it's not clashing with their times. If you're going to go to a party, you can come in whenever you want, go whenever you go, but making sure you get up on time for class. A lot in that time to make sure you study. Living on campus, you got events all the time. Making sure you're dressed appropriately, because you may be at a school that's out of state, and making sure you have clothing that's appropriate for the weather there. That's another thing. And making sure you have a little bit of change in your pocket, because you're on your own now. So you're going to make sure you have like a little emergency fund. So if you are a senior and you just graduated, please try to get some money. If you can ask your family or go get a part-time job or whatever, or a summer job, do that and make an emergency fund. I would say emergency fund for your first semester, that would be good, would probably be, I would say comfort wise, $500 to $1,000. And I know that's like a lot, but trust me, you'll be so thankful that you did, because some books are not free. You got food, so you probably got to pay for your meals. So in college you get meals and you have different plans. So you can either pay each meal or you can get a plan, and they sometimes come with like dining dollars that you can use. So like, for example, I get the basic plan. The basic plan comes with 12 or 15 meals a week. And so you got to think, sometimes people eat 3 times a day. So if it's 12 meals per week, one of those days plus the weekends, you're not going to be able to eat based off of your meals with that plan. You know what I'm saying? So if you're somebody that eat a lot, my freshman year, most schools, they tell you that you have to get a minimum of like the premium one, and then like, or like the gold. So like, let's say let's use metals. So we got the bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. Platinum and gold, as a freshman, you have to get those because they want to make sure you eat, because more than likely each university makes freshmen stay on campus because you're getting adjusted, and so they want to make sure that food is the least of your worries. And then also, you know, with the staying on campus, it's hard. So as a freshman, you may not be able to work, you may not be able to go back home if you wanted to. So, and then some don't have a car. So yeah, save your money if you can. So like, I was going back to the friend situation. I had some friends where we would go to Walmart, we all would get on a bus, and we would have a certain amount each person would spend, and then we asked, hey, this person gonna cook this week, because my dorm had a kitchen, and we would split it. And so that person, we would choose each person that knew how to cook something, and we all would share with one another. Or like, if we had extra snacks, we would go to each other's room and help each other. It was always helping each other out because we all was on the same bus. Make sure you can try to have a little cushion when you go to college, because rainy days, you might need an Uber somewhere. You might want to just go somewhere. You might want to go to a store. It may not be a bus. You might want to buy some school merch, you know? So make sure you have some funds when you go into college. That would be very helpful. Oh my God. See, I didn't went from on campus living, off campus to money. Okay. So off campus living was hard. I will say, I was off campus when I was commuting. It was very hard because my school was about 45 minutes to an hour commute. And that was because I was waiting to live on campus. I was on a wait list. And so came with sacrifices. And unfortunately, I was in an accident going to school one day, and it totaled my car. So I had to think about that. So my mom would take me to school, and it was good at first when I was doing Tuesday and Thursday classes. But when I had everyday classes, it was a struggle, and I had to miss out on events. I couldn't go to the games, I couldn't go to parties because I had to make sure I get home because it was getting dark, or my schedule had to be like a certain way because I didn't want to be there too early and in traffic, or be there too late and it's traffic. So if you can get on campus, I recommend it more. Like, on campus is more like like you can breathe. Like, I feel like I met more people staying on campus than I did off campus. Off campus, it was like class, break, go home. Class, break, go home. And that was it. I was just going to school and going home. On campus, it was like, hey, I got some time. Oh, y'all got a basketball game tonight? Oh, yeah, I'll be there. Oh, y'all got an event? Oh, yeah, I'm going to go. Oh, y'all got study room tonight? I'm going to go. Oh, I can go to tutoring now because I ain't got to rush to get home. Oh, I can go to the dining room and actually eat inside, and I had to starve and take snacks on the way. So it's levels to it, because off campus, I saved money because I wasn't spending on room and board. On campus, it was like I got the experience that a college person should. On campus was more expensive, but it's a give or take. If you want to save money, go off campus, but try to get something that's closer to you. If you want to be on campus, try to find a school that would give you more money when you come. So if you can't get a full ride, making sure you're on your scholarships, making sure that you reach out to financial aid. I wrote appeals to financial aid. That is a thing. You can write an appeal and ask for more money. You can definitely see if you can qualify for a work study, working on campus somewhere, maybe start a side hustle. I saw a girl who was trying to take money from Starbucks. She had bought a blender, had a sign on her door, and was selling smoothies and frappuccinos for $1.50 cheaper than Starbucks. And you know what we did? We went right there. And I seen somebody who had a hair business. I seen a whole bunch of people do hair, makeup, people that do lashes, people that was making like meals and selling it. So different ways to make money, because college is expensive whether you're on campus or off campus. So definitely weigh your options on that when you're looking at colleges. If you're big on being on college and getting that experience, especially as a freshman, you have to, more than likely, unless you're online. Definitely look at that. Like, look at how much it may cost you. I'm so sorry because I feel like I'm all over the place, but I'm like kind of excited talking about this. So bear with me. If you need me to be like more clear, just let me know in the comments. I'll take criticism, but hopefully something, like at least one thing you can take from this video will be helpful for your college experience. The next topic is safety. Oh my gosh, I think that's good. Safety is huge, especially if you are a female. And let's be real, like some males have to be safe too, but as a female, because males, I've heard stories where they gotten jacked, gotten robbed, got in a fight, whatever the case may be. But as a female sister, be safe out there, especially when you might want to be a lone ranger. And I understand that sometimes you might just be like, oh, my friend's not available, I gotta do what I gotta do, because I've been there. I've been times where several nights I had to go to the dining room by myself because my friends had classes during dinner time, you know? Or it's times where my friends went back home and I wanted to go to a basketball game by myself. I had to do what I had to do. Maybe getting on a shuttle, and it's winter time up here in the DMV. It's getting dark by like 5:30. So sometimes you might have a class you can't choose to schedule and you get out late. Be careful. I will say at my school, I had the option to sign up for safety messages. So like alerts from the Towson police. So anything that went on at Towson, I was getting alerts to my phone about what was going on. Even on campus, they was letting you know. So campus police and Towson police, I think they was like working together to like, I think it was the same thing. Don't mind me. They work together to make sure that you're informed about what's going on campus and off. So definitely, female or male, make sure you're safe. Make sure I had a taser and also had some mace, and I had that with me at all times, because you just never know. Like, you would think you're on a college campus and be safe, but unless you have a campus police walking with you 24/7, you just can't be too sure. And when it gets dark, it's very much more scarier, even when it comes to what you wear. And I don't see how that has anything to do with it, but some people believe that, oh, like if you're coming from the gym or it's hot, you got on shorts or a sundress, it could come off as somebody. I feel like that's not fair, because I feel like you should be able to wear what you want to wear. But some people think that gives them the right to put you in harm's way or make you feel very uncomfortable. So safety is huge. And what I did was also, I would call somebody when I was walking by myself. I would call my mom, I would call my sister, I would call my friends, whoever it was, I was calling somebody. They even had a service on Towson campus where you can call campus police, that they can come to you, even a shuttle. If you was out too late by yourself, they would come to you. And wherever you was at locally, they can escort you to where you needed to go to make sure that you're safe. Yeah, you guys could DM me. My Instagram is acbaby.00. You can hit me up on TikTok. If you got my number and you watch me, text me. But yeah, one last topic I wanted to touch on before the video was over was create a registry. And if you don't know what a registry is basically a wish list that is accessible to anybody. And I know Amazon, Target, I think Walmart, they have one. That's what I did. I created a registry, and you put all the stuff you need for college in there. I put shampoo and conditioner because I'm staying on campus. I put a comforter. You can put anything on there. You can put a book bag, some organizers. You can put journals, whatever you may need for college. You could put even an iPad on it. You could put a laptop, and then just send it to people that you know that will help you. Send it to your church, send it to your family, send it to your friends, and they will help you, so you don't have to have that burden and pressure to buy all of these things that you need for college by yourself. And so utilize your registry, create one now if you can, and just start sending it out. So by the time school starts, you have some stuff that you don't have to pay for yourself. How to take advantage of your college experience. So my advice, I would say, is to, instead of just saying, oh, just put yourself out there, blah, blah, blah. That's easier said than done, but sometimes we may not know where to go. So what I used to use was downloading my school's app. So like we had a thing called TU events, and that would let you know all the events that was happening like every week. And so they would tell you the time, the location, what's there. So they be like, oh, you come, first 100 people get free taco bowls, or first 200 people get a book voucher. We pay for your book. So they give incentives. Go on a website. If your school has a website, I'm quite sure they have an area where you can check the events that they're throwing. Games is huge. I'm a sports girl, so I love to go to games. Asking your classmates, ask your classmates, hey, is there anything going on this week? Is there anywhere you want to go? Your roommate could be another one, so definitely utilize that. They also may have like orgs, so organizations definitely like Greek life, just like maybe orgs that do anime, orgs that do cooking, if you love to do hair, if you like you're a black woman, they have organizations for everything basically on campus. And definitely put yourself out there, but also give yourself time to explore who you are. College is very revealing in a way, and I found myself through college, and I know you will too. Don't be afraid. My last advice to you would be, college is not for everybody, but the fact that you want to try it or you are going there, definitely pace yourself. Pace yourself, give yourself grace, and don't be afraid to ask for help. This is going to be a new journey and chapter in your life, so it's exciting. I would say it's more exciting than scary. And make some memories. Like, I wish I would have made more, but definitely take advantage of the time you have now. Like, if you can think of a time where you and your friends then ran up a hallway and did some crazy stuff, have fun. Like, college is already stressful enough financially and with academically, and you just want to have those memories. You can look back and be like, dang, like, I'm glad I did it. Like, don't go out there and be in trouble now. Like, don't do stupid stuff. Don't smoke in your room or try to fight somebody, or like, we talking about like positive things. Anyways, don't be afraid. I'm here if you need me, if you need help. Don't be afraid to shoot me a DM if you feel like you want to be more personal. Leave me some comments down below if you got any more questions or topics that I may not have hit. Again, I will be making a video on HBCU versus the PWI, and I will make another college video about the things you may need to move on campus. And so, yeah, thank you, Lord. He just told me to do a giveaway, a college giveaway. So if you're lucky and you made it this far in a video, stay tuned, because before school starts for college students, I'm going to do a giveaway. Whether that's a gift card, you guys let me know. If you want a gift card, if you want item, or you want me to buy something random off your registry. I thank you guys so much for watching. I miss you guys so much. I love you guys. Again, I apologize. I have no excuse. I was just trying to get adjusted to these life changes that I have. And I hope you guys please stay safe out there. Please stay hydrated, because it's been hot. And catch me in the next one.
Sweet lullabies that come with the smell of a dozen roses flipping down a green hill. You living in a world that